Hey, this is Carl, and these are the 5 things I love about this King Thor statue. So stay tuned. Before we start, if you are interested in custom quarter scale statues or even licensed ones, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content, especially on my weekly episodes of World of Custom Statues. So in case you're wondering who this guy is, it's actually Thor, or Old King Thor. And in this timeline, he is obviously the king already and is pretty old, even lost his eye there like his father Odin. Anyway, for the first reason why I love this King Thor statue, it's because of the sculpt. This statue was sculpted by Paulo Lopez and of course produced by my favorite studio. Going back, there's actually a lot of stuff to love in this statue, sculpt wise. First would be the details on his armor, such as battle damages, weathering, and encryption on his armor. All such details are very visible and well defined. Kudos to the factory for a job well done. The skirt-like thing and cape has a lot of textures to it, making it really look like that it's real. Even the straps on his chest has stitching-like details to it. And his armband on his right wrist also has leather kind of textures. Sculpt is really top-notch. Also, the portraits are really well done. Could definitely tell that the sculptor gave a lot of time or love to the hair, because all portraits does have a lot of strands compared to other statues. Plus, this braided hair just looks pretty amazing. Could not expect less from my favorite studio. But there's actually a miss in the statue, and it's this Dr. Doom mask on the base, which is really out of scale in my opinion. And honestly, I wish that it wasn't there to begin with. Second reason is obviously the paint. The prototype was painted by Sol Yu. I know a few of you are mad about him because of his communicating skills or lack thereof, and I do hope everybody will get their statues soon, especially the Hellboy one, since Sol painted them all. But anyway, going back, the paint on this statue is second to none. I really wish that all custom statues are painted like this. For example, on the base, the snow is really painted extremely well compared to the snow on my XM Omega Red statue. Plus, this snow-like dust really made this statue remarkable. If you want to do a snow type of base, then a combination of this snow dust, white paint, and maybe clear resins would definitely look amazing. There's even areas on the base where it's just painted with light kind of white for a frozen like effect. Really amazing. And next to that is the armor. You can easily tell that they didn't just use one type of color here. You can see some bronze, brown, and even a hue of blue on the armor, and I can definitely say it was not lazily done. Those random smudges took this statue to another level. Even the paint on his cape and skirt is worth mentioning. You see the shading on the cloth. I usually see customs doing this as well, but makes this statue look like that it's dusty. Maybe it's the black tone they use, which I think blends better. And as for the skin tone, I can easily say that it was well done, but I kinda wish that they went with a lighter tone. But that's just my preference. And a small miss is that they didn't highlight the veins better. Lastly is the portraits. The paint on the hair on the portraits is very, very good. It's the first time I've seen a statue painted by a factory that looks like this. Other customs or even licensed pieces doesn't even do this. But with the highlights, it just makes it even better. Although they didn't do it with the blonde portraits, but that's okay since I'm not going to use them anyway, since the seams will be very visible on the neck. And one last comment before we proceed is the sword looks too fresh or clean, and it doesn't match the overall vibe of the statue. And since it looks very clean, it kinda looks like that it's made out of plastic. And no biggie, I'll just use the axe instead. Third reason is the statue actually started my Asgardian collection. Like I mentioned in my unboxing video, this is a FOMO or fear of missing out pre-order. Although no regrets here, this King Thor statue started my Asgardian collection. I was able to pre-order Gore the God Butcher afterwards and should be shipping real soon, I think in December or now. Next to that, I pre-ordered this Odin statue, which I think will become the best museum type Odin statue. And lastly is this Hela. All three pre-orders came from one group, but this King Thor came from a different one. And so, I'm currently looking for a regular Thor and Loki. Fourth reason I love this statue, it's because of how easy it is to display. The base is actually just 11 inches wide and 13.5 inches deep. But if you use the cape, then it will be around 17 inches wide. And as for the height, it's 27 inches tall with the cape on and just 26.5 inches with the cape off, and if you are using this switch out. The fifth and final reason is this statue elevated my standards on custom statue collecting. I know now what I want to expect in a statue. If I don't like the prototype, I might as well convert to a kit or a unpainted statue if the commissioner allows, and have it painted by a professional. Because I always believe that a good paint can most likely save a bad sculpt, and a bad paint can easily make a good sculpt look bad. So that's the end of the list. Tell me down on the comments below on what you think of this quarter scale King Thor statue. Like and subscribe. This is Carl, and see you in the next one.